Hello and welcome to Living Right with Chris. My name is Chris Speaking, and I am super excited to welcome you to the month of October. The month of October is a very special month for me. I have a lot of celebration around me in the month of October. In fact, today, the 1st of October, I have a lot of celebration. Yeah. So my our eldest son, um, that's my eldest brother, celebrating his birthday today, 1st of October. Uh, the my first in-law, as the husband to my eldest sister, is celebrating his birthday today, 1st of October. I have a whole lot of friends um, I've had over the years whose birthday anniversary is 1st of October. So it's a very special month for me. It's a celebration month actually for me. And I am happy to see today. But more so, as a Nigerian, my country, Nigeria, celebrates her independence anniversary. 1st of October 1960, we got our independence from colonial rule, and 64 years down the line, we have had to govern ourselves as a nation and grow. Um, the way we have, as a nation thus far. So it's a very special month. We celebrate Nigeria, we celebrate everyone celebrating today, and it's a good feeling around here. Um, so for the month of September, remember I did say that our focus was on voluntary service, um, acts of service to our community, to our immediate environment, to people around us. And I did explain that sometimes when we give of ourselves to others without expecting anything in return, we will give of ourselves to our community by way of carrying out tasks voluntarily without expecting any form of pay. That these acts, though we do not get payments in terms of monetary benefits, but we have the kind of satisfaction that comes from such act of service. So I also suggested to us places that we can render our services to. I mentioned we can look at our places of worship, we can look at our schools, our community, our immediate environment, places that um, things that people perhaps have looked away from over the years or over time. We can just take up such things, little things, do them, and just move. There's this joy that comes when you do something that every other person benefits from, and then and yet you're not paid for it. You're just volunteering to do these things out of the goodness of your heart. There's the joy that comes to you from doing that. And I want to believe that if you followed for the month of September and you did something, I want to hear your testimony that indeed you felt good. Or if you don't, just say how you felt. It is true that you do not render services and you don't get that an inner joy that money cannot buy. The joy is actually priceless. So for me, I did the things I needed to do, volunteered in places I needed to volunteer, and I can tell you for sure that I I feel I in fact I felt fulfilled um, carrying out such tasks. So if you have not, or if you have, it's a continuous process. I keep saying it that when we have a focus for the month, is because it is wrong to do life without a goal, without a definite plan. So for each month, we have tried to create certain focus, and by extension, that can help you, you know, to pursue your month with an end game in mind. Things that you would do that you'll be better for it at the end of the month. But it's your goal that you can actually measure your progress with. Without a focus, what's your scale of measurement? So what you have achieved for the month is only measurable by what you have set for that month. And I believe that the focus for the month is not just that we look at it for that month and it ends. No, is that we take on it consciously, intentionally for that month, and then we gradually, make them part of our lives. That's how we can live. We can live right. That's how we can live a good life. And habits are learned. Whatever you do for a consistent 21 days becomes an habit. So when we pick up things for the month and pursue them, it is expected that we keep doing them so that they become good habits that we have learned, and our lives become better for it. So back to the month of October, I've said that it's a good month. It's a celebration month for me, and my focus for this month, um, as a Nigerian, is dedicated to my country, Nigeria. So whatever country you're viewing me from, um, I want you to focus on your own country. And the theme for my focus is patriotism to my nation. Patriotism to my nation. I have seen, I've had time this morning to really reminisce on how far we have come, 64 years um, down the line as a nation. All of our successes and failures, all the things we ought to have done, all the things we have done, and I've come to a conclusion that a lot of Nigerians say in their mouth that they are patriotic Nigerians, but actions, actions that we take, including me, have shown that, or have placed a question mark to our patriotism to our nation. Most of the time, we, especially in this part of the world, in Africa, we tend to condemn our nation. We tend to look down on ourselves. We tend to act, as if uh, we are less of human to other nations of the world. And this does not portray patriotism at all. Even when we say it, with our mouth that we are patriotic Nigerians, we are patriotic Africans, we most of the time condemn with our mouth our nation, and this is not right. The validity of our patriotism is not just in the good times. The validity of our patriotism, it's in when the times are not good, and then we're able to see the good of the nation and not just talk down on the nation. Most of the time, the things that we export, especially as Nigerians, are the negativities from this nation. You know, this is not to say that there are no negativity in this nation. There are a lot of it, but for this month, as a patriotic Nigerian, um, I my focus is to consciously and intentionally look at the positivity of this nation and then begin to dwell on them. The truth is, it is what you dwell on that forms your mindset. And for anything that happens to you, happen based on your mindset. So even when um, there is hunger and starvation and everything in the land, if your mindset is that of plenty, there's a way you just work out around you and around your circle, and things begin to work for you, even in the midst of scarcity. You know, that's how it works. So when I say see the positivity in the land, is because I'm trying to re-engineer my mind to be positive, even in the midst of of um, terror, in the midst of lack and scarcity, in the midst of mismanagement of our resources. You know, but I have seen that we show unpatriotism by way of complaints, by way of castigation, by way of pulling down the name of our nation, Nigeria. So this has to stop, and it stops with me. So for this month, I have told myself, and I will keep reminding myself, look at the positivity of this nation, Nigeria. Pick one of them, dwell on them. Pick one each day and dwell on them, because it is in dwelling on the positivity that it reflects in my mind, reshaping my mindset about my nation. And I begin to see the good. And because I see the good in this nation, it begins to work for me. That's the way to live right. And that's the focus for this month. And I want you, as Nigerians and as non-Nigerians, to look at your country. A lot of issues are happening around the world. There are a lot of negativities that most of the time they want to overshadow the good of your nation. But our trust for this month is to intentionally pick all the positivities of the nation and then dwell on them, and then begin to act on them, begin to see them come alive from within you. And as you do that, I believe that our nation, Nigeria, that celebrates today will be great, and every other nation of the world will achieve greatness, and we begin or will continue to live lives that impact generations to come. Thank you, and I believe that Nigeria will be great again, irrespective of all the challenges that we face. I know that my country, Nigeria, will be great. And it takes you and I to make Nigeria great. It takes every citizen of this nation, Nigeria, I'm speaking to Nigerians, to make this nation great. And if we can come in agreement to say we want Nigeria to be better, then it will be better. Please do not forget to like this video and then subscribe to this channel. And I trust that as you do, we will continue to live better lives, because living right is the only way worth living. Thank you and have a wonderful October. Bye for now.